Today, in part 2, we journey into the heart of a chilling case that remains unsolved for more than 3 decades. A case that began on a warm, serene morning in the summer of 1991 and ended in tragedy. It was July 27th, 1991, in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. 24-year-old Laura Ronning, a bright, kind-hearted camp counselor working at Camp Cayuga, was looking forward to her day off. She had originally planned to spend it horseback riding, but just before 11 a.m., Laura stopped by the stables and let the staff know she had changed her mind. Instead, she planned to walk to Tanner's Falls, a peaceful, scenic spot 20 minutes away. She brought a book with her, A Wrinkle in Time, hoping to spend the afternoon relaxing in the sun. Before she left, she had turned to a fellow counselor and said something that at the time seemed like a joke, but would later take on a much more haunting meaning. "If I'm not back in 3 hours, call the cops." That was the last time anyone saw Laura Ronning alive. When she didn't return by curfew that evening, concern quickly grew. The staff of the camp tried to stay calm at first. Counselors and employees launched their own search party, scanning the woods with flashlights. But by 2 a.m., after hours of searching with no sign of Laura, they had to call the police. Law enforcement responded right away. By dawn, dozens of officers and volunteers were combing the area. And then, late that morning, came the discovery that no one wanted to make. A man named Stan Pratt, who had joined the search, found Laura's body down an embankment off Tanner's Falls Road. She was found without clothing, and the scene showed signs of intentional staging, suggesting that the person responsible may have wanted to shock or send a message. It appeared that she had either been dragged or followed down the embankment, where her body was deliberately positioned against a tree in a very disturbing manner. It was the final act of chilling inhumanity. The medical examiner later confirmed that Laura sustained fatal injuries at close range from a .22 caliber weapon, also confirmed by a projectile found near the scene of the crime. The exact location where she was found is still somewhat unclear, possibly just before the falls coming from camp, or just beyond them if she had made it that far. The community was stunned. This wasn't the kind of place where things like this happened. The investigation followed was intense. There were whispers, rumors really, about Laura possibly interacting with some men at a local bar the night before, but those leads didn't pan out. And to this day, no one knows why she suddenly changed her plans that morning. The case went cold. For years, there were no answers. But then, in 2009, almost 2 decades later, an arrest was made. A man named Jeffrey Pliszka was taken into custody after allegedly making suspicious comments to others. And during questioning, one of those comments, "I hope I didn't blank that girl." But even with that remark, the evidence wasn't strong. DNA collected from Laura's fingernails didn't match Pliszka, and no tool in his possession could be conclusively tied to the injuries. In 2010, he was acquitted, and the case went cold again. For years, Laura's mother returned to the site where her daughter was found every single year. She would kneel by the memorial cross, leave flowers, and spend time in silence. It was her way of staying close to Laura, her daughter, and keeping her memory alive.